where you decide that you have had enough and make a break for the border to free yourself of our poisonous influence, we know that you'll have reservations about doing so. You do not like to give up on people. You like to succeed. Your desire for success is not the same as our self-centered drive for achievement, but rather your success is for other people, and we know this. We know that you want to achieve resolution. That is why we lead you round the houses and up the garden path with our circular arguments. We know that you prefer to achieve an outcome, hence why we never fully answer questions, why we deflect and deny. This desire for a conclusion means that should you ever walk away from us, we know you will be plagued by some guilt that you should not have done it. What if he could have been helped? What if he could change?
Hi, I'm Nathan Oakley, and a very happy 2017 from this dreary day in the UK. So, the subject of psychopathy has made its way into the flat earth arena once more. Further to my interview with Thomas Sheridan all the way back in 2016, the subject matter has kept me interested for quite some time. And I came to psychopathy off the back of subliminal messaging, and then went out of my way to try and interview a flat earth detractor who had extremely good information on psychopathy, which was really all I wanted to get out of him. With that in mind, I will put my interview with Thomas Sheridan in the description box below this video, so have a quick check out of that. The main reason for making this video isn't to plug my interview with Thomas Sheridan, but more to highlight one of Thomas Sheridan's points, which is that we should not go on witch hunts. We have got people who will diagnose psychopaths using their psychological ability, the manuals and all of the tests that are available to diagnose these people. Whether or not that's 100% accurate is for them to decide, I suppose. I say that with a bit of hesitancy because we shouldn't be labelling them, and also should we not be questioning the medical institutions and their labels, especially when those labels of psychopathy are fractured up so much, when we end up with borderline personality disorder and a dozen other ones that you could dilute down to the point where any number of people could be labelled as a psychopath or one of the subcategories that fit in that description. And ultimately speaking, some people are not psychopaths. Many of us are not psychopaths. Most of us are not psychopaths, and it's unfair to go around labelling people as such. Is it fair for the medical institutes to do so? Well, perhaps. There are specific ways of diagnosing accurately, including the MFRI machine, which you can put somebody in and actually measure their brainwaves, test whether or not they have empathy. And that's really what it's all about. Does a person have empathy? Well, that's not for me to decide. Some people are just assholes, and unfortunately for me, we have to endure them on a daily basis. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're psychopaths. Also, there's people out there that are very, very good at labelling what a psychopath actually is, including the person that I played out at the beginning of this video clip. So Knowing the Narcissist was a channel that was recommended to me quite recently, and I've been enjoying his back catalogue. I'm still fascinated with the subject of psychopaths, mainly because I believe it's the people who run the show. In a lot of instances when we have the compelling question of why was this lie told, there's often just a guy smiling at the back of it, the duping delight, something that Russian Vids often points out. And Russian Vids, with his They Live logo on his screen icon, is a perfect example. They Live also highlights that exactly that. They live amongst us. They live in 5% of us. Psychopaths are everywhere, and they will use their psychopathic projections and their spin to label us with what they are. It happens all day long, but there are great people out there to give you information on this. Most people, unfortunately, have no idea what psychopaths are, what they're capable of, or what they do. And unfortunately, if that's the case, you're generally pretty unprotected against what might occur should you fall into their grasps. So yes, from me, I'll wish you a merry 2017. Check out Knowing the Narcissist and check out my video with Thomas Sheridan. I've been Nathan Oakley. See you all in the next video.